There you go. Good music.
Yeah.
Lots of people. Here we go. What's your name again?
Liam Brent Kelly.
And I interviewed you a couple of weeks ago.
Correct.
You were on that bench. You've been living on that bench for a couple of months?
Yep.
And the cops give you a hard time with the rat patrol.
Yeah, they were, but ever since you did your blogging interview, it's been a lot better. So you have a lot of influence. And
no kidding.
They should thank you for that because, you know, they're going to give you grief for it. But at the end of the day, if you make a bad cop good, then good for you. So they should thank you for that.
Okay, no problem. Okay, now you're leaving here in the next couple of days?
I'll be leaving here before Monday, yeah.
And you want to be interviewed?
Yes, I do.
You want the video to be on YouTube?
Most definitely.
You know YouTube goes in the States, not
definitely.
just Fredericton.
Most definitely.
And you're going to leave here and you're heading back down to the States?
Correct. I was illegally deported and I just don't see any chance for me to have my case heard waiting around for Obama to do the right thing. He's not changing anything. He put the Clintons back in power. He's executing Bush's policies, which include summary execution.
You're not an American.
Well, I should be. I should have been naturalized in the year 2000.
But you're Canadian. You're born in Canada.
Yeah, but I gave up my citizenship in 1993, so they can't force you to be something you don't want to be, and what they did was illegal. I didn't break the law, they broke the law. So this is the thing, is if I wait until Obama wins, he's not going to care, and if the Mormons get in, I'm done, because that's where the case started in Utah, with Article 1, Section 28 of the Utah Constitution.
Okay, let's not get people confused now.
Okay.
So you're going to Campbello Island.
Right.
Or then you're gonna
swim
across the states.
Well, swim down the coast.
Why are you telling people that? Why
because
you just
I don't want to disappear again. Last time what they did covertly. Everybody thinks, oh, you should be quiet and not say anything, but people don't understand. People aren't talking out enough, and that's what's allowing these people to get away with what they're doing. We don't need silence. What we need is people to be vocal. Do what you're doing. The media is bought and paid for. They're not reporting anything. The war on terror, like if you look at the videos of 911, you look at that video again, instead of being terrorized by it, sit down, take a deep breath, and ask yourself some simple questions, like how does concrete turn into dust instantaneously? If I take this concrete and throw it off the CN Tower, it is not going to turn into dust, it's going to turn into smaller...
So you think 9/11 was planned by the Americans?
Well, by the Mossad and by traitors in the American government to get an illegal war that can never end for biblical borders and Pipelinistan. It's egregious.
So you want to go to San Diego?
Yeah.
What do you see? If you meet the American, we're gonna say hello. How you doing, guys? And
whatever happens, happens.
Order. You want to be. Are you gonna order? You want to go to San Diego?
Well, when I see a judge in San Diego, Judge Strauss, he knows at least that component of it, that somebody did something wrong. The criminals put me in jail for the crime they committed against me. So I wasn't just innocent. I was a man who did time for the crimes committed against him. Now he saw a component of that with Gerald and Silka Williams. So when I see him, I'm going to explain to him everything else.
What makes you say you're going to make it to California?
Well, I think once I get into the States, I should be okay, because most people consider me an American. I know about American history a lot better than a lot of people. I know the Constitution like the back of my hand.
But you're not American.
Well,
you don't
I
have the
should have
papers.
been. I should have
you
been.
should have been.
So they broke the law. I didn't.
So they're going to grab you from Maine and bring you back to the border, or whatever was border.
It's 2 to 20 if they grab me, but I will see a judge. So hopefully the judge will listen to me about what happened last time, and he'll say, well, 20 years without due process, that's pretty egregious. Let's find out if this guy's speaking the truth. And that's all I've ever wanted. All I've ever wanted is for people to check on the truth instead of this false checking where they argue with the arguer instead of the argument by smearing you with a smear campaign in their army and their gang that go around falsely accusing you without any trial, without any chance
You plan to get to San Diego? You plan to make it?
I think I'll make it, and then I'm going to go to Chicago and see Eliza Klein.
See Obama in Chicago, hometown.
No, Eliza Klein. Eliza Klein was the judge, the immigration judge in the JFK building. She moved to Chicago now. Now, she hand wrote in on that multiple choice paper they're giving judges today, because what they're doing is ceding unlimited discretionary power to the executive while removing judicial oversight. And so that judge had to hand write in that I had standing to challenge the laws that are the foundation of the Patriot Act, where they create the non-criminal civil detainee and lock them up indefinitely.
What do you plan to gain from this video?
Well, I'm hoping people hear about it. I don't want to disappear again. They know what's going on. They know me, they know my case, they know I'm innocent, and they've raised an army to stop me. I'm hoping people will pay attention. I'm hoping when I get to the Supreme Court and lock myself up there, people will say, no, I don't want you to deprive this guy of his rights anymore. It's been 20 years. It's time to hear the case. Let's hear it. Let's find out if it's true or not. Let's stand by the argument with the argument instead of the argument with the argument.
What about the readers that say you're a nut?
I don't care if people want to dismiss me as a nut. I don't want people to argue with the arguee. I want them to argue with the argument. Are the laws that were...
Of course they call me a nut, so anyway.
Well, did they violate due process? If they violated due process, it doesn't matter whether you're a nut or whether you're not a nut. You get due process. They didn't give me due process.
What do you want as a title in this video?
Whatever you want to name it, Charles.
Go ahead.
Man was illegally deported without due process of law. Next year, 2013, marks 20 years without due process. I'm returning back because I don't think Obama's going to...
You can't make one title. You can't make a letter of a title.
You said you're going to change things, Mr. President. Here's an opportunity to change things. Just hear a case. That's all you got to do is hear a case and things will change.
Good luck.
Thanks.